Yo, what is going on, guys? It's your boy. Welcome to the first episode of Trust the Boy for FIFA 19. Of course, some of you may know Trust the Boy is about recommending the right player for the right price for your teams. And a lot of people always ask me, Chew, what kind of play should I add to this squad, to my Premier League squad, to my Serie A squad. So hopefully this video will help you. We'll categorize them from cheap, decent, and expensive. And then, I'll let you know what my opinions are on those players based on what I played in the weekend league. We've gone through the darkest depths of the weekend league so far and fought rivals, which is maybe even sweatier than the weekend league. So these are players I'm recommending from players I played against and I've used in my team personally. And you actually learn a lot from playing against. I learned more from playing against certain players. But just a few house notes. First of all, I'm gonna leave the Champions League players out of this because they're +1 overall higher, and I'm looking for value here, and they're pretty expensive compared to their base cards in my opinion. So I'm not actually recommending them for right now. You can go ahead and add them if you pack them, that's totally fine. But I just leave them out of this video. Like the prices between the Xbox and the PlayStation price that you'll see over there. And yeah, don't forget, at the end of the video we'll show you some squads that will hopefully give you some ideas of what to build if you're building a Premier League squad. So make sure to stay to the end to get a look at those squads that we will be building. But before we get into the players now, don't forget to hit like, also subscribe to the channel for more Trust the Boy. So let's get right into it. All right, goalkeepers. In terms of the cheap ones, I think Schmeichel's actually giving me the most problems out of the cheap ones. I would actually recommend him. He's very good this year, in my opinion. I've had, like I said, tons of problems against him. Czech is weirdly OP as well. So I would also try him out if you really want to, but I would go with Schmeichel. For the decent column, I actually say Edison is very good. He was my starting goalkeeper, and he made some incredible saves for me. I actually recommend him, but I did upgrade to David De Gea, of course, who is the best goalkeeper in the league in my opinion. Maybe not the best goalkeeper in the game. I would say, I'm still figuring out, but in my opinion right now, the best goalkeepers are Handanovic, De Gea, Oblak, and Courtois. They're insane. I've only faced Lloris once, and he wasn't really like crazy, so I would recommend De Gea. The thing about De Gea for me is that he's got the craziest animations in the game. And I think the one thing I've noticed about him is that he handles the ball a lot better, so he'll actually like catch the ball instead of like parrying it. I haven't seen him do a lot of rebounds. I haven't conceded too many rebound goals. Moving on to the right back position in defense. If you're starting cheap, Yellen's going to be good because, of course, 93 pace and FIFA 19. The wingers lose a lot of pace when they do have the ball, so Yellen's always going to catch up. And the attackers don't really have a lot of strength unless you get to the icons, the really high rated players. So Yellen's always going to catch up and steal the ball. I actually really like Ricardo Pereira. A lot of people have been using him. Bellerin, of course, same thing. He's going to catch up. My favorite, of course, the best right back is obviously Kyle Walker. I had Valencia, and honestly, I was kind of disappointed with Valencia this year because he's got weird positioning this year, and I don't know if it was my instructions. I did end up changing my instructions from mixed runs to overlapping runs because I feel like Valencia was always a CDM. He was so tucked in all the time, and I just thought that was really weird. I switched to Walker, and he's a bit less. He's tucked in a bit, but he's not as tucked in as Valencia. Of course, you want to go with Walker, but if you can't afford Walker, Valencia will do. Valencia was my favorite right back in Premier League last year, but I don't know, that position just feels a bit weird. I don't know if you guys know what I mean. Moving on to the center backs now. For cheap, I would actually go with Rudiger. Rudiger's actually really great. Good starting center back to have. Great stats. Strong, tall, you name it. Small is actually not that bad. Not as OP as it was in the past, but he's not bad. As is Ake. You definitely want to go Rudiger in that section. I would say Baye is... I actually like Baye this year. He's not as OP as he was, obviously, in the past. But he gets the job done for 11K, in my opinion. I upgraded to Van Dijk, who I think is the best center back in the league by far. Him and Sanchez are probably the two best. If you want to go for the best pairing, Sanchez and Van Dijk. You can get Aspilicueta, but Sanchez and Van Dijk. Oh my goodness. Those guys are absolutely insane. Those are the guys I have right now. Van Dijk just wins so many headers from a lot of corners as well. He's got quite a few goals for me as well. He wins a lot of headers on those corners, and if you know how to corner cheese, then man, you're gonna really like this guy. Strong, doesn't get pushed off the ball, tall, you name it, he's a freaking monster. Definitely the best center back in that league by far. Then go with Davison Sanchez on the side. Now speaking of left backs, I actually start off with Davies, and he wasn't bad for me. I actually didn't have any problems with him. He's actually very good positioning wise. So I'm okay with Davies, honestly. There's Luke Shaw, there's Van Aanholt if you want the pace. Alonso I didn't actually like very much. Robertson I felt is better, but I would say overall the most balanced left back you're gonna get is Mendy. He's not like insane, but I still think overall he's probably the better one. But he's probably the best one. Sorry, but actually, again, try Davies out if you're starting out. He was not terrible. He didn't feel as slow as you would think he is. But of course, you probably are gonna have to go with Mendy. Moving on to the defensive midfielders now. My personal MVP. I know I'm Nigerian, you know, but my personal MVP is Ndidi, the new Bakayoko. Tall, pace, defensive stats, physical, strength, you name it, he's got it. If you do want that Bakayoko feel of the start of FIFA 18, Ndidi's gonna be, he's like the cheap meta CDM for now. You know, when better players come out and people get more coins for icons, he's gonna get phased out, obviously, because he maybe might not keep up with those players. But when you're starting out, Ndidi's gonna do the job. He can't shoot, but he cannot shoot, sorry. But he will win tackles. Like, he's winning the tackles. Like, I just put him out of my team a few days ago for Fabinho, and I think Fabinho's probably the, aside, I mean, if you can't afford Conte, Fabinho's the best. There's Matic. Fernandinho's actually very solid, and Dembele's very solid as well. I really like Fabinho. He goes up further than I would like. He's medium. He does go, I'd rather have him sit back, but he's always like at the edge of the box and he can't shoot. So I'm like, dude, what are you doing there? But of course, Conte, you're going to want Conte, because the thing about right now FIFA 19, of course, is the AI defending is very strong. So the tactic now, of course, I'm not saying it's a good tactic, but it's one that works, is that you let the AI control your center backs and you track back with your CDM to tackle the opponent's player. And Conte's the best at that, with that pace, and you know how tenacious he is. He's going to win that ball back. So of course you want Conte, but you can't go wrong with Fabinho right now. But again, he does go a bit forward, too forward for my liking, but he's tall, strong, you name it, he's got it. For CMs, or I mean complete mids, let's say, these are, you know, midfielders you can put in any position on the pitch in terms of midfield. Seri and Herrera. And Herrera is actually really solid this year. I was very surprised by that. Sissoko is an animal. He's a beast. He's so strong. So if you want to have somebody just body people in the midfield, go with Sissoko. But check out that and Herrera. He's all 70 stats. Dembele is great, of course. You don't see a lot of him this weekend. Like, I've only, like, you know, seen him a few times. My personal favorite CM is Fred. I absolutely love Fred. Fred has been so clutch for me. He makes some really good runs. It's so weird. I had him in a, he's out of my team now, but I was playing 4-2-2 and I had him at left cam actually. And he would always show up in the right place if he's coming off the wing. He's high, very well rounded. The shooting's better than I thought. The shooting's better than the rating says. He feels more like high 70s shooting sometimes. Again, he's come up big for me. Tap-ins, whether it's tap-ins, long shots, long finesses, you name it. Don't look over Ox as well. 4K, he's 4-star. He'll get the job done when you're just starting out. But I really do like Fred a lot. And of course, you can go with Conte, and there's Pogba, who, in terms of what he offers, he probably offers the most. His tackling, again, it's not going to be as good as Conte. The shooting, I'm actually a bit weird about this year. I don't think the shooting is as good as it was in previous years, for what I feel. I haven't scored that many goals with him like I used to when I played him at CL. But height, 5-star skills, and you're going to get the physical, right? So he's probably the CM that you want the most in the Premier League, hands down. Moving on to attacking midfielders. Now, I really like Sigurdsson because of the shot. Finesse shots are OP, of course. Long shots, now that they've patched the game to give you more laced shots. Hard to say that word. I think Sigurdsson's going to be key because that dude can shoot, and he's got free kicks as well. So hopefully they fix the free kick. You know, when they fix that free kick sensitivity, I don't know if you noticed, but the power bar is very weird this year in FIFA 19. But if they fix that, the free kicks will be insane too. He's got great long shots. Now Firmino, oh my god, this freaking card. This is probably, him and Mertens are the two cards I cannot stand this year. Firmino just doesn't miss, man. I know he's a CF. Try him out of camp because he doesn't have the pace, right? But this man can shoot. He's weirdly strong. I don't get why he's that strong. My defenders just don't hold on to him sometimes. Man, give him a shot. I fear this guy, man. You could try Heung-min Son. A lot of people, of course, you know, play Heung-min Son at cam. Mkhitaryan is a good starter one because he's got 5-star weak foot, so you can spam finesse shots. That seems to be the thing that works right now on both feet. But man, Firmino, if you don't want to try him at ST, good god, man, I have nightmares about that guy. He does not miss. Great positioning as well. High work rates. Of course, the best you can get is KDB. Insane shots, of course, and Eriksen is very good. Eriksen's a lot stronger than I expected as well. There's some players who are just weirdly strong, and I don't get why they are. Firmino is the big culprit there. Oh my god. Again, I'm not gonna sleep well. Now for the left wingers, cheap, you can try out Bernard, but he's super weak, but he's super sweaty. if that's what you want. Diego Jota as well. Heung-min Son is insane. He's got great shot, great finishing on Heung-min Son. Low driven, still broken in my opinion. Martial is what I'm going with right now, but I'm about to upgrade to Mane. I'm literally about to buy Sadio Mane. Talk about him in a second. I'll go Martial over Rashford. Rashford, the shooting, something about the finishing, not the shooting. The finishing wasn't there for me, if I'm being honest, but he's very sweaty. And honestly, out of the three expensive guys, for me, Mane is the scariest. Mane feels the fastest out of those three when I've played against him. Hazard doesn't feel as sweaty, and he's not as strong as Mane, so he gets pushed off, but he's got the finishing and he's got the shooting, you know. If I was one-on-one with the keeper, Hazard would be the one I would choose out of these three, if I'm being honest. Son is good for back post crosses. That's also something I should mention. The wingers get a lot of back post headers, and Martial's been very good at that for me. He's pretty tall. Son is pretty tall as well. He's very good at back post crosses. A lot of people have cheesed me with that really hard. But Mane is the one. I have the budget to go for Mane and Sané. I'm going for Mane. He's so sweaty. He feels so freaking fast in this game, which is very important. I think he can get past that defender cheese where the defender catches up with you. Some players can really get past that, like Mbappe. I think Mane just feels like he's 94 pace. On the right, I'm actually missing one player, Deulofeu. Could be considered a good option, but he's not that strong. Shaqiri's great, and Adama is super sweaty. He cannot shoot, but if you do want to sweat it across to someone who can shoot, check out Adama. He's so overpowered in terms of just pure speed. His physical should be way higher. That guy is so jacked. In terms of decent, actually, I think the best RW is Mahrez. The skills come off so nice. The agility is insane. He's got, you know, the 5-star skills, of course. Sterling is good. Willian is well balanced, but I think Mahrez, if you know how to dribble, I would go Mahrez. If you got the money, you can go with Salah. The weak foot isn't great, but honestly, something a lot of people using Salah have been doing against me is, like, you know, they're coming on the right, and you know, you can either, you know, you can obviously finesse. He's got good finesse, of course, but what they're doing is that they're literally shooting like a straight shot to the back post coming from the right. And the keeper does this weird, stupid save. You guys know what I mean when the keeper tries to save like that? He just does this. You know what I mean? He does this weird, stupid save, and people who use Salah always do that against me. So I don't know if it's a pattern I'm noticing. So try Salah out. But I think bang for your buck, maybe Mahrez might be better. But you're obviously going to try and go for Salah. Now for the strikers. Zaha, honestly, for me, is really great value. 5-star skills. He's got good height. The pace feels good. The shooting is better than I thought it would be. It's not like amazing, but it gets the job done. I'll be honest with you, this might sound controversial. I got more value out of Zaha than I did Aubameyang. The thing with Aubameyang is he's good. The finishing on Aubameyang is good, but he does not feel like 94 pace at all. He feels like low 80s pace, in my opinion. I think it's because of the body type, and he's got very low agility. But we'll get to the expensive SDs in a second. But Arnautovic is good if you like that hold-up play. But if you like to sweat, Zaha. Firmino, like I talked about, this guy's insane. Dude doesn't miss. But if you want to sweat, put somebody else in front of him. Something to do with Firmino is, like, if you're doing 2 strikers, have one really fast striker along with him. He's very good at link-up play. He's incredible at that link-up play. He can hold it up. He can win headers, things like that. He's very good positioning-wise, and he can set your other striker up. Lacazette, let me tell you, Lacazette was my biggest surprise so far in terms of attackers. That finesse shot, his finesse shot is so dirty. I scored like some crazy finesse volleys. I tweeted one out. I scored a crazy finesse volley, like it curved around the keeper. Insane. He's got the new 86. I didn't put it in there because it just came out as I'm recording this. Gabriel Jesus, sweaty. He's caused me quite a few problems. You can go with him as well. Lacazette for the price, I think, is really valuable. You can go with Gabriel Jesus. He's not as he's not as OP as he was last year, but he's still good. Out of the expensive guys, honestly, Aguero is back in FUT. I thought the last 2 years Aguero hasn't been that great, but this year Aguero is good. The shooting is insane. He feels fast too. He feels like high 80s pace in my opinion, but the shooting is insane. The finishing is insane. Like I said, Aubameyang has good finishing. I felt like the medium-low work rates kind of mess with him. So if you expect him to be up there all the time, he's not really up there all the time. And I feel like he goes missing when you play against really OP teams. Lukaku is very good because he's tall, he'll win headers, and also when you're through on goal, you know, usually the defender just like grabs onto you and like pushes you off. They're not doing that with the big man Lukaku. Let me tell you, Lukaku destroys them. So you can get that with Lukaku. So try him out. Now we're gonna take a look at some squads for different prices that you guys can try to build towards, or just to help you come up with some ideas. So let's go check that out. Okay, let's take a look at some of these squads now. This first squad is we've got 3 squads here. This first squad is 100k, and I do like 4-2-3-1. It's the formation I'm primarily using right now. I was doing 4-2-2-2, but that wasn't working for me. 4-2-3-1 wide is doing really well, because especially if you're not good at defending, he's got those extra 2 CDMs. I actually like playing one of the CDMs is a bit more offensive, so he can move forward, versus one guy who's very defensive and, you know, doesn't offer too much offensively, right? This is good because it's got the wide play, so you can sweat and do some skills. I think the key this year is, because since AI defending is so OP, the middle is very clogged up. Unless you have really good reflexes and you know how to do a lot of good tiki-taka, I would say it's better to go down the wing. So here we got Zaha, Lacazette. You can come in with the finesse shot. Zaha's got the pace. Rashford's got the pace down the wing as well. Mars, if you want some trickery. And Didi for the defense. And Herrera, good physical, but can also push up. He's got high work rates. You got Rudiger, Bailly, and Schmeichel, Robinson, and Pereira at the back. So I think this is a very good 100k balanced 100k team that gets you everything in the right position. Now this is about I think this is about like 500k, so you can, you know, build up that squad, make it a bit better. This is a 4-3-3 again. I think wing play is very important. Mane with the sweat down here, good strength as well. He's gonna hold out the defenders. Fernandinho is gonna level out this midfield, because Firmino's gonna push up, win some headers, get some finesse shots, make some good passes to Gabriel Jesus. With Mars on the wing, Fabinho defensive as well, but he's got medium, so he pushes up just a bit. So you have Fernandinho to balance that out, and then you can upgrade to Sanchez. Actually, I was gonna put, who was I gonna put here? This is gonna be Ederson, and this will cost you about 500k. Valencia you'll upgrade to, and also Mendy. And this now is probably the best team you can get for the Premier League. It's about 2 million coins in case you want to go there. Of course, if you're going to spend that much money, definitely put some icons in the team. It's all about getting icons in. So you're probably not going to go ahead and make this, but just give you an idea. You know, Aguero, Aubameyang, KDB up top, Fabinho, Conte, and this should be Pogba. Excuse me. This should be Pogba right here. Pogba, Conte, Fabinho, Kyle Walker, Van Dijk, De Gea, Sanchez, and Mendy. So hopefully, you know, this video and those squads helped you figure out what you want to do with the Premier League. If you do, let me know in the comments below which team you want to see, which league you want to see next. If you want to see Serie A, La Liga, things like that, and I'll get cracking on that next video. Appreciate all the support. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. Peace.